us impressive games, but they haven't won any.
Yeah.
And this is the last chance.
Solid showing versus Na'Vi in 2 maps. A near victory versus Furia yesterday that really instilled a new level of confidence and belief in their fans. But then that second map, of course, versus Furia maybe took some of that back. There was some rough goings in that second map of the series. Today it is versus Big, and it is for elimination at IEM Katowice 2025 Stage 1.
The play-in. Wait, we're not supposed to say that.
Nope.
The Stage 1.
Stage 1. Zaz has found a headshot to kick this off. First blood is hers.
Saw that 1v3 yesterday. We were actually watching that game right here.
Yeah, it was on the A stream. We could hear Harry and Hugo through the walls, but we had a 15-minute break, and we spent the whole 15 minutes watching that game.
Yeah, cheering them on.
Glued to the screens.
That was good. We got to see the real Ana and on Mirage.
Yeah, much better.
Definitely some great shots.
Which is great because obviously her individual level versus Na'Vi was just sort of absent. Lowest rated player in the server that evening. You know, said straight up, bad day, happens. Watch me in Kato, I'll pick it up. And
I think she took it on the chin.
Ooh, 23. Saw a little sliver of Crimbo.
Yeah, that's good info. We still got to get the kill.
Crimbo's going to find it. Oh, he turned for a second. Then 23's into the balcony room. They lose man advantage. And it's going to come down to Cat and 23 pushing up short side. Very passive Tabson here in the corner. He's alone for the moment. Fast flank coming out. Tabson's going to get one at least. 23 fast plant. Here's the approach of Hyped, who pauses out and waits for his teammate. I mean, she could piece this together. The Moto smoke's probably going to get pushed. And, 1v2 to start it. Imperial female hang on to the bomb site. There was an advantage for them that they lost, but the recovery's all that matters.
I was thinking, Crimbo gets a little bit too much up in apartments, but another clutch, man. We see some great clutches out of this team. That's so impressive.
Ice cold after the fact. Honestly, good movement to put the pillar in between her and the push through the smoke.
Yeah, backing up into her next fight.
Yep. Now, Hyped. Talking about people who started strong this year. Again, like you just mentioned it. If all you had seen was Big back at the Blast Bounty, then that's the Hype you have already come to know and love in 2025. Looked, a fair bit more human versus Wildcard, but all of Big did. It felt like systematically they were picked apart by Stannis Longco.
I think back, I was critical when they removed Hyped, but one of the problems was his inconsistency on given shots. And we saw a little bit of that yesterday, where we didn't really see that at Bounty. He was doing a good job being way more consistent. Still going to be time where that happens, and he's going to work on consistency as he sort of matures as a player. But I think that's something that he basically has to focus on. We saw like a 1v2 where he was on default on Ancient. He didn't have to swing at all, but then he swung and he missed a flick. That's a moment where, okay, that's just a round. It's a moment where you're feeling yourself, but there's a whole other team that you're playing with that you have to be mindful of as well.
Full utility exec in. JDC doesn't see a thing this round. Fully blinded as he's toppled. No push through that smoke just yet from Tabson. It's going to open the invitation for Zaz to run in and gun him down.
I don't know how purposeful the smoke was because it actually worked perfectly. JDC was blind. He thought he was still standing in the smoke. And it actually covers Zaz as well.
Nice, and she catches Tabson on the reload, drops the smoke to her right side. Of course, very little HP there for Zaz, so no surprise QB clears her. And it's 3 versus 3, still a lot of tools to work with for the next round, so no surprise to see the save call happen. Imperial female getting up through Banana. And like you said, very purposeful looking smoke. Poor JDC thought he was in cover.
Yeah, I think
guy.
He was ready to swing as soon as his teammate shot from the site, but he was standing there blind out in the open. And that deep smoke worked for Zaz to transpose into CT control with her kill as well, so.
Ooh, cost though racking up. Ana not going to get away with it, so very cost effective here from Big. It'll be the second round to the T's, but losing all 5 members.
Yeah, that's pretty great from Big to punish the exits on a round like this.
One of the criticisms I had for Zaz versus Navi was there was a couple times where she would see an opening and she kind of like in these kinds of aggressive Mac 10 moments, and that's what she does. She's a space creator for Imperial Valkyries. Sometimes she would jump on players, but she would do it with like kind of throwing her movement out the window a bit. Get a little too hyper fixated on the one kill. I thought versus Furia yesterday, already a marked improvement in that regard. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it when she's got Mac 10s like that. See if she can create more opportunities for her and the girls to thrive.
We didn't see Inferno in the game we casted. I don't know if we played Inferno in the last series so far. So that might be an interesting thing for Big here in terms of teams they're playing against that they're familiar with. But for now, JDC in the fire. He goes 1 for 1, but you can see the crawl through halls, and there's no pit setup. So really, this comes down to a flash, or if they're just going to walk out and pop, it's perfect.
Absent eats the whole damn thing and then some. Bubble hits the ground running. Hyped, looking for support. He's got players around him. 23 in with the clears.
Oh, clean.
But the player on the close truck still catches them off. Lost track of the one. Hyped hits the scout shot, chasing her down. Hyped, how has he managed? 2 kills in the middle of all of that. Has Cat breathing down his back, bomb towards the pit, and things slow down.
And Hyped, he's going to get an opportunity. What a shot!
Oh, denied! They lose track of him, and he thrives within that chaos.
Oh man, that was actually insane. He used that smoke to connect the default to the truck and created one opportunity to hit a shot. It had to be through a wall, in the head, no scope, off the corner of a smoke, and he hit all that criteria in 1 bullet. Running out of ammo is the only thing that saves him and creates that opportunity.
Damn. Boy, oh boy. All right. So, Hype's bringing the X Factor early, as has 23, but besides her and Zaz, still 3 players for Imperial Female on 0 frags. So you give Hype a chance to thrive, he will. Crimbo falls back from short side. It's going to be the upgraded pistol pop. Still some nades to play out. Hype now into the AWP. Misses the first one. Molotov down in front of the push. Good grenades to deal with Zaz. And a bit of damage goes the other way, but the kill feed is all big all day. Short side held back. 1 casualty. Not even. Sorry, Hyped is just low. And that looks all too easy.
Yeah, so it was Mirage Dust 2 yesterday, and then it was Ancient and Mirage again before. So slightly new territory. But of course, Imperial actually looking for this because this is their strongest map, not playing in Tier 1, obviously. But it's the one that they're probably most confident coming into. Recent games have looked good, but Hyped with a start like this, they'll definitely need Anna to match up. Now, you don't really get that op versus op, you know, as a highlight when it comes to T and ZT side on this map. It's something you pick up on T side if it's available, but it'll mostly be about Anna matching his impact when they swap over.
Shooting gallery here for Hype. He's not going to be showing any fear early on in this head-to-head. Not in a round like this with Glocks. You know, I think the Imperial female inclusion at Blast Bounty and now at Katowice has been kind of a pleasant surprise for many in the community. A new team to cheer on, and
I mean,
definitely a great opportunity, but this is starting to become a serious conversation, Mohan, today versus Big, because we know that with the VRS points and losing to teams at these sorts of events, they really are on the edge of the cutoff, right? And with unsuccessful runs in 2 events at the start of the year, it could very well be enough to push them down in the rankings so that other teams start to take those fringe invites instead. And I think that's why today they're really hoping to get a win and not just close maps, right? A match over Big would do good to keep them afloat in that very critical cutoff area as we go further into 2025.
And even beyond that, you know, taking the wins where you can get them. We're looking at great moments, great rounds, but so close to beating Fury yesterday, but not actually taking that map victory. That's what they're looking for.
Great flashbangs, too, here on both ends, but CT's come out on top of it with man advantage. Peel back from Banana. First gun round features Banana fights. Bomb trying to filter towards A instead, at least to chuck that smoke out. Crimbo peels back away from it, but again, I think Hyped is going to be one of the more confident pieces of this big formula as the game goes on.
Yeah, they still retain bracket. They've got the... They're still up material. They have, like, vision. Right now, they're even spotting with Tabson. Now, Anna could punish that. That would have been a nice opportunity, but Tabson for now can actually just stay. But with that flash repeak seeing nothing, they'll peel back. And we're talking about QB on the site with 33 health. So actually still a great time to go B. No grenades to hold the site. I mean, this really could be a round for Imperial if they're careful. They've got the utility advantage. And honestly, CTs haven't rotated off the A side. They don't know what's going on. They're actually scared of a rotation back.
This would be a huge moment for Ana to get a pick on Coffin. QB though, gonna take her head off, and a second, and that just queues up Tabson perfectly. 23, anticipating the CT push, but if they're able to kill the Coffin player after just the one, or even better, not allowing QB to get a frag on the hold.
Did Anna not have armor that round?
See.
I don't know if that was a situation with no armor, but it looked like she got aim punched pretty hard.
We catch it in the replay.
It's possible that she didn't have head armor. I'm not sure. Man, it's been a lot of close rounds this game. But right now, Big are up.
Yeah,
They
stabilizing.
have the half buy here for Imperial. Yeah, the money is looking very stabilized.
And no bomb plants even for the T's in the last 4 rounds. So they're cash bottoming out. Enough util to try to pounce on Banana if they want to, but that smoke's going to cool them off and just allow for the rest of the pack to group up on the half wall.
Okay, so this will be no telegraph. They're going to probably run. I think they want to continue with this. The flashes are looking good.
Yeah, really nice. QB blinded, has to take refuge behind Coffin, comes in, kills Cat. And then that drive-by Tech9 from 23. Frag grenade won't open the smoke, but JDC just right on the perfect angle. Again, these moving Tech9's going to continue to get some kills going, but the recovery's all good. Nice rotation in from Tabson. Supportive utility to fluster them into JDC, and then he himself with a 2K. So nets them a bomb plant, but Mohan, it's got to be stated. I mean, 23's racking up frags with that Tech9. 11 kills to her name.
She's incredible, man.
4 frags for the other 4 players put together.
In that Na'Vi match that we watched, we were wondering which of them were going to be the standouts in a game that difficult. I think 23 was a massive standout. But fragging is a problem. That's a round where also I think head armor comes into play. It's 2 kills at the end, but it's obviously Tech9, so they don't invest everything. It has kind of become a thing, just thinking about not buying head armor on T side as well. Just because you get chipped away with utility damage, still a one-shot kill, but oh my goodness, everybody has taken hits. 23 is out. Cat and Zaz are down low off this util.
Bubble on the brink of death despite his first kill of the map. And it's going to be the silent walk up from Ana. She's got their full nade still. Nice flash from Cat to set her up. Can't throw caution to the wind with this CT up in Boiler. Crimbo's got a good position and an even better distraction offered by QB. Yeah, that's going to prime Crimbo perfectly. Comes out swinging for the double, and poor Zaz wasn't able to walk away from the B site fast enough to join her teammates. Big.
The CT utility was so impressive that round, and you start out with 1 player down, 2 players down on half HP, you immediately think, like, we've got to think about the next one. But even kills back would mean something here. So much money left over for Big to close this half out. And they've gone from escaping the close situations, winning that hyped clutch, into now much cleaner rounds.
Solid team play in this one. With that arch peek into the boiler walk-up. Crimbo doesn't miss the sitters. And it's a multifaceted big, officially.
It's so brutal that Tori's not here, man. Because, like, yeah, watching yesterday's game, absolutely she makes the difference.
Yeah.
We saw some, I mean, it's not that the calling's fallen apart or anything. It's like, obviously, Bubble's making the game plan along with her. But a coach is a coach at the end of the day. Bubble used to, I mean, at one point, Bubble, I think, had the most maps played in the tier 2 of, like, any pro. But he's not a player anymore. And, yeah, you could still obviously see it sometimes. But that's to be expected. Some people thought he would come in and be an upgrade. No.
Right, yeah.
I think Tori, if anything, got some of the most credit for the rounds they won.
Especially being a player that, Tori just taking over the in-game leadership in like the last year or so.
Yeah.
So very capable of fragging, had already earned her place on the most winning women's team with her level of play, so definitely could tap back into it. But I do think it is the unfortunate underbelly of the last 2 weeks. Couple frag grenades on Zaz. Not that bad.
Could be worse.
Definitely 2 nades with her name on it.
It looks like they want to set up for another something quick towards B. I don't know if they're going to wait this out. We do see sometimes Big just like they posture really heavily on B, but then they give it up entirely. I think that's actually been a problem for them. They want to go now into somewhat of a passive setup, but we're talking about a very opulent Big. They have so much utility still to left to work with. Ooh. That kind of makes it very hard to earn your spot to be able to attack the site, but as long as you've got car control, it's worth thinking about. And I wonder how 23 is going to be used in this round.
She waited long enough to get past off.
Even if you don't, use her as bait or to peek anything first, she just keeps the option open of going back to A without having to clear everything out. So, if the attack's successful, she'll become alert.
He's trying to press in. Too many defenders ready, and the flash is not disruptive enough, not nearly disruptive enough. 23 does get her entry. Here comes the arch peek while she's chucking nades out. And so Crimbo's just been such a nuisance for them to deal with on A. There's a chance Anna pulls this off if she can best Crimbo in the head-to-head, and then that 3-player retake's going to scramble over. But, I mean, she's got no idea where Crimbo could have gotten off to. And unfortunately for her, back turn to Crimbo, who's going to keep the A site hold nice and easy.
Yeah, half's going swimmingly here for Big so far. You brought it up, but 23 is going to need some help.
Yeah, 7 rounds straight. Single bomb plant within those 7 rounds. And still only 1 frag for Bubble, Anna, and Cat. And
that was the 23 1v2 on the pistol as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 1v2 4K. She goes above and beyond to try to start this positively for the Imperial Valkyries, but it's been anything but smooth sailing since. Tabson looking for the mid play. Ooh, good Tech 9 dink. Tabson not able to get around the corner. Zaz set that one up. And a run-through fire is going to cost Zaz at that point. Now, they could try to press short, but Hyped, he's going to get that off back on the line. He was so good in that scout round. This time, singular frag for him. That's it. 23 into the AK. Has caught herself a second frag of the round. Another 1v2 for her to win. As the CT's presence not hidden. Fakes it out. Both CTs go for the swing. It's a similar clutch. She's got QB where she wants him, right in front, but he hangs on. Denies the clutch this time. It would have been another 4K 1v2. Instead, it is Big's 8th round win.
You can kind of see everyone following around her. She's getting these trades. He's definitely feeling the 1v2, man. Just having a great game, but now we're going on to the round 11, and it's tough. Her teammates aren't trading.
Yeah, she's got the most kills in the server, in fact. 1 ahead of Crimbo.
Welcome to G2. 23.
Nico Sports 2025. Oof. Oof. Pressure here from Big. Love the tempo. You know, a lot of times they've been chucking those nades, but not actually fighting behind it. This time they swing in, and it is obliterated. And Hype, yet again, confident sitting on this one.
Yeah, they've actually looked a bit better on some of the other maps, even though it seems like Inferno's more confident. Big's utility has just been getting way too much damage early on every single round.
I mean, Inferno, the map Imperial female do damage on in the women's circuit. So they got a chance to come in a comfort zone, but feels like, you know, of all the game tape out there, this is where Big could be ready. God knows Big comes in with the game plan.
So, conversion and pistol for Imperial.
Yeah, pressure there is just immense.
And Hype's not missing today.
Good, bodes well for Big.
Yeah, QB's also having a better day because he was so impressive, I think, in the debut. Struggled a bit, day one Kato. Oh, rush again, counter flash is perfect.
Exactly right, this disruptive utility is solid. Hype's got the cover offered over to Crimbo, who drew them into the top mid peak. The apartments push could be the key to unraveling this. But Kat's gonna have to get in on a scoreboard she's been absent from, and just the timing getting into the cover as Tabson emerges out from library. Smoke's gonna deny Ana. She'll be desperate to get out here. Hyped, no scope to the gut, and Bubble the final casualty. 10 rounds from Big on a rock-solid defense that looked immovable after that 4K in the pistol from 23 fizzled out. A 23 pistol 4K 1v2 had us huffing that Imperial hopium, and then reality check. Big have turned it up a notch since their grueling defeat versus Wildcard, where they were 12-0 down after the first half of that head-to-head.
Yeah, the facts are that the first half could have been a lot closer in the beginning of the game. Towards the end of the half, Big stabilized way too hard. They were hitting way more shots, and their nades were doing a lot more damage.
Oh, yeah.
The opportunity for Imperial was that 1v2, some of those really, really close beginning rounds, but now that that's gone, the streak is in play for Big. The confidence is at its maximum, probably, and this will be tough. And I think, again, the magnifying glass is on the scoreline. Some of these rounds, 23 did most of the killing. You just needed somebody else to trade a frag, but the form is not there right now.
Imperial sitting 4 strong outside of the brackets. Tabson going to get a couple troops into Banana, got a couple troops over in apartments. He's floating in the middle with the bomb, so obviously Big looking like they can adapt and react either way. But if they step forward into brackets, that could very well be Imperial's best chance at extending play on Inferno. The ladies pick this map. We'll see what Big's exec looks like. The one volley of this, of course, could just be that quick balcony into pit drop. Eyes on it in 23. Hardest hitter so far for Imperial, by far. She gets engaged into the mid-fight.
Got that.
They do get a bit of footing here out into pit, and Crimbo, he extends into Ana, down 5v3 for the CTs. Big try to claw it back, but 23's got other ideas. Cat catching QB. JDC 80 HP 1v4. They're gonna flood at him, and he'll drop 2 bodies, but it's second pistol right there with the first one. Imperial's defense stands early.
Yeah, exactly. At least we've got the pistols on point. That's definitely a key to victory. So a good start to the second half and a chance to show us what they could do. Another 2 kills that were critical out of 23, and the first one was fully aim punched.
Oh, cheeky cat, just over the smoke.
Eagles coming up here, just avoid hyped.
Crimbo goes the only Kevlar, so if a gun does hit the ground, let's hope for Imperial's sake it doesn't find its way into his hands.
He would sneak a little Kevlar by.
Oh, he would. You know, oh, Zaz getting crazy. Flying down the Banana, and Cat on half health tries to fall away. Deagle's on the chase. Instant rotation coming through from Bubble. He's already thrown his frag grenade earlier, though. Luckily, he hits this cache of utility. And he throws it down, but there is still a player through. Hyped. Ooh, gets stopped. Good on Bubble to come through that CT smoke. Stops the bomb carrier. Drops the recovered MP9 forward. And that's going to allow for Imperial to just come over here and blanket this bomb site with all the util they had left over. But Deagle's on the field. That Kevlar Deagle on Crimbo, 1 HP.
This could be a stabilizing round here for Imperial with the bomb down in their possession. Can hold the strongest crossfire as possible, and the flank is oncoming.
1 HP can make a difference. Full bar of QB leads this slow approach. Bubble. Nicely done. Tethers off the backside contact. And that's going to get 23 into the action. She will waste no time. That's the pistol conversion twice in the series so far. 2 for 2. Equals 4.
Don't waste this carry.
Still losing by 6.
She's buying time. Buying time. As happens in many matches, your carry buys you time.
She's 19 and 11. Next most amount of kills is 4.
Yeah.
Like, that is
unreal.
It's pretty top heavy.
Hey, she's got a big backpack right now.
Yeah. No, you're all right. It buys time. But how much more time do the rest of them need?
Well, right now it's another confidence round. You're here to farm up.
Thing is, get overconfident.
Oh.
B site could become a problem. 23 is going to drop the smoke ahead of this. 2 players up there in the apartments. Majority of the defense on A. But here comes Big, knocking on the bracket's door.
Molly's useful against the inside of brackets. Helps out Anna.
Pressure from the bounce drop.
No.
Nice flashbang out of Hyped. That had 23 fully blind. And if 23 is not getting kills, Imperial are not winning rounds. So that flash denies any further defense to be held on this side of the map. We do get Imperial trying to get close, but the defense they had in position has already fallen.
Oh, that's tough to have to walk away from that, man. I think in that spot, I was hoping 23 just kind of played for herself in pit. Not even just because to play for herself, but it's just such a strong spot, especially if the, A split's coming in through lane. And then I think she inadvertently hit a flash. Trying to run up and save Anna, so, well, just like that, Big back on the board. And now the hard rounds begin.
That was like 3 high fives at once. You see that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hell?
German efficiency. Volkswagen, yeah.
You know they faked their gas emissions back in the day?
They're what?
Like every car maker has to talk about their fuel efficiency.
Okay.
Volkswagen got sued because they were fudging all their numbers.
Okay, I like that.
They weren't efficient at all.
Maybe that was the most efficient. Flying can be efficient.
They did have great sales.
Yeah. I just remember that one Volkswagen ad. It's like the tiny car in the middle of a white page.
Oh, can't remember.
It was genius. I think that was Volkswagen. Oh no! Oh no! Cat Solo.
Yeah.
Cat Solo. She was playing rotate. She was playing retake, and she was alone. So absolutely, can't die situation. They have brackets here.
Oversteps into the angle.
Yeah, that was committing too hard.
They'll go looking down middle for a fight, but this is already a big round. You'd assume wrapped up. Put a bow on it. Big are going to take 12 off of that one. One mistake, and your margin of error has disappeared. It will be 8 map points for Big to close out Inferno.
That's a matter of value. If you get the kill, your team's in a great spot, obviously, but if you die, your team's lost the round entirely. So it's extremely risky to try to take a duel from there. If she was just spawning and ready to throw utility, then that would at least give her team time to push down mid, which is what they were planning to do. I think they just really hoped that it wasn't going to be some kind of fast B play, but the contingency plan wasn't there.
Terrorists win.
Ominous.
If we could put Big in the ranking above Na'Vi and Furia.
No.
Based on this performance.
Not ready for that just yet.
Not ready for that conversation.
Nope. I watched them get 12-0'd by a wild card.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait, that was a whole day ago.
Yeah.
I guess that's like the best wake-up call you could have at Kato. Start with
Yeah, it's true.
without winning a round and a half.
But, I mean, people still sleeping on Stanislaw's counter-stratting.
Yeah.
You give Stanislaw, wild card in opening
You know
games.
what's messed up about that?
Yeah?
Big would be like the other team you talked
They
about
would be.
when it comes to anti-strat.
And that's why Wildcard doing what they did made it so much more impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
I already believed in Stan's pregame. And then you did it versus the big system.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just based on J-Bull was
Remember
phenomenal, but it was...
Do you remember what 60's pregame was?
No.
3 beers.
Oh. Well, I can get behind that. 8 rounds to close out the opening map. Unfortunately for Imperial Female, we have seen much better, and 23 tried to bring that fire to the server this evening. Nobody able to match it across her team. Grouping up quick for the A hit. It's going to be Anna, 23, and Bubble. Try to pounce on that frag grenade. It's a good opening kill.
Yeah, worth the find. I would definitely cheat one over back to B. This is Big, who they have bracket and they haven't seen this, so you got
back over there, Zaz, run.
There's a lot of time to delay with the utility left over. Cat will obviously instantly get the memo. So with Big coming back, it creates an interesting opportunity here for Imperial. Whether they want to, since they blocked on B, you know, it can't be reclaiming top banana, but here we are taking over halls. That's a bit of free space. 23 might find a nice timing. Oh, or might just by a hair miss the timing.
Oh, no. She could maybe still recover something from Boiler, but they're wary of it. Look at that. 2 players fixating in. Oh, she gets the better of the off, though. Oh, snaps into taps in, peek out, and doesn't die. Then that short fight comes back at her. JDC catching the arch kill. 23 will be chased by QB. She tries her absolute damnedest again to keep her team in this, but it's a forced retake out of Cat and Zaz. We have seen great clutches from each of them in the last week and a half. Now looking to join forces versus QB and JDC. But John Does Clutches is still alive for the Big Clan, and that could very well finish off this map in a 13-4 fashion. JDC's got the angle onto short. We do get the catwalk up on truck, but she's starting to make sound. Utility usage comes out. We get the CTs trying to press in. Now they're in this crossfire, caught by JDC, who won't lose this one. Easy 2v2 for Big. 4 rounds, all Imperial are able to gather both of those pistol round wins and conversions. We've seen better tonight, not their night, not yet, but we do have Ancient next.
A little bit. 23 talking to Bubble. 23 carrying the hell out of, not just him though,
Bot.
everybody.
I call him a bot.
That was, we did not see the, you know what? We've seen 23 play well when other people play well, but this is a game where she really got let down.
Yes, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Okay, another chance. Ancient has been a better look. We've seen what they can do on Ancient.
They had Navi sweating, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not just going to have to be the team play. We got to see somebody else on Imperial just step up. Individually speaking, not there to stop Inferno at all. But pistols were good, and pistols start well here for the 3rd time in the series. Bubble comes out from the CT smoke, won't be able to hang on to the bomb site. It's a 2v2 between Zaz and 23. Temple control's nice. Donut lurk coming out from Zaz, and the T's push spawn.
23, I think, understands that this could come. Now it's an opportunity as they start running, and she grabs one. That's excellent timing.
Hyped comes back.
Smart from Hype.
Yeah, he's got her. Yeah. Unfortunately, 23 gets pinned into the fight. Zaz back and forth. Place your bets.
They don't know. I mean, Zaz is always good for a clutch. We know that much. Coming through middle. This could be the best opportunity. We'll see where Hype plays it from.
Into the cave. Not planted for him.
Yeah, not planted for him. So this will be a hard spot to suss out here for Zaz. Coming in with no utility.
Gives away her position as well. So Hype just looking to lock in the angle. Miss shots.
Right.
You miss some shots, you can pay the costs.
All right. Maybe.
Or you still win the clutch. Big will pick up the first pistol of their series. And, well, let's see. Let's see if anybody can just get up a notch in between maps.
Yes. I'm expecting definitely more than pistols on Ancient. I mean, the utility, I think the most disappointing part about Inferno was just that they ran into so much big utility, whereas when they played against in the other series, they did such a good job from the perspective of utility, and game plan. But their own nades on Ancient were like up to date, working very well, and as equally as oppressive as Bigs were on Inferno. So hopefully they won't need pistols, because those are the only rounds that they got, those pistols and conversions on the first map. Does always suck to have the conversation tainted by, you know, there being a coach. That's just always the case. But last time they played Ancient, they did have Tori.
And they did have Navi sweating.
Now that is his story.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Ooh, yeah! Zaz almost the triple kill. Could queue up Bubble, but he's caught on the reload. And Tabson sliding into that's a little nutty. And he only goes down to 72, all things considered.
Through default.
Yeah, so Tabson dropping Cat. Quick little flurry there of CT presence in the bomb site. Caught Big off guard for a second. Great recovery, though, into the 2v2. 23, long flank. She's going to be coming up that ramp in a moment. She has Kevlar. That could make a difference. Would have been nice for her to have a teammate to tether off of. Not the case, not the luxury that 23 is afforded. She's going to have to do this on her own as she was trying to on Inferno. And Tabson on the total recovery there. 3 kills to his name for the second round of Big.
We have to see about Bubbles' comfort on the map pool as well, so. Good couple of kills from him so far, at least.
Bubbles' performance had simple watching Counter-Strike last night.
Bubbles is so... Do you say Bubbles? Trailer Park Boys.
Freaking kitties, Ricky!
Oh, man, it's so funny to us. We're Canadian.
Oi!
Ay.
This run boost hyped. Mac 10 has run out of bullets, and the Glock's not going to do him well. Crimbo, though, catches Cat in a main. This obviously less to work with than the round prior. Swing 23, swing. She'll remain smoked out. Crimbo's not going to let his guard down. Crimbo's shooting every bullet that he has on him.
As you should. The ammo's free. I do like the stars for the HUD.
For the
when it comes
kills?
to kills.
Yes,
I
yes,
do
very
like
clean.
That.
Terrorists win.
3 straight, Big Clan.
Damn you, Crimbo.
Erste Gun, unsere Runde. Ja, jetzt. Dritte Flash. Ja, wir rushen Heaven hoch, bitte.
And now, if I may say, the real rounds begin.
Let's go.
No, 23, they didn't buff the FAMAS yet.
What the hell?
It's only for the next stage.
Yikes. Hot. Bubble recovers vision momentarily, but then eats, dude, so many flashbangs. A volley of them. Crimbo dies in his own Molotov.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's a pretty crazy thing to do with Bubble in the current meta, because that's up to date, but like you're usually
Oh, no way.
all good.
No way.
All good.
What? She's literally on fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see about that if she makes a play.
What the hell,
Good
Cat?
spot. Anna, timing, perfect. Oh, careful in the reswing.
Got the advantage for the retake.
Yeah.
Kit on Saz.
And we're talking about, they have 2 mollies?
2 flashbangs.
2 flashbangs. Okay. So sure this time.
15 HP for JDC. There's that flash, comes over top. Now it's all about getting QB out of here, but he's got an incendiary and a flashbang. And they have no clue where he's gotten off to. Bomb on the right side, he keeps eyes on it. Challenge at him, down to half health. Zaz has the
stuck.
kit. She's still on that defuse. Oh, no! She got it!
She defused it.
She
yes.
got it! In the last half a second, Zaz sticks the defuse.
I was really smart for Cat to stay on the same side. Yeah, like it had to be QB running back to get the best angle on that plant. So body block in the defuse, that's exactly what was needed to be done. But as I was saying, like you're getting some of the best players in the world. Crimbo? How'd he die?
Stepped in his own incendiary. Yep.
All right.
Molotov, excuse me.
But like, I mean, they're sending Bubble off, maybe off a spawn, I'm not sure. But it's a hard position to play right now. You're gonna eat a lot of flashes.
There were so many. Felt like
Yeah.
3 waves of them.
Yeah. It's kind of looking a little bit like the ladder meta on Old Train. Of
getting a bit
so
ugly.
much utility,
Yeah.
just in case, and just making sure that like whoever is blinded. But it usually ends up being 2 players full blind for 3 or 4 seconds. And then you've got certain players like Donk who can spray blinds, no problem.
Yeah.
You know, like that's actually going to make a big difference. So
Got that third eye open.
yeah, so if it's going to be Bubble over and over again, I'm going to be like, you sure?
Ouch. Oh. Hefty nade for 23 to deal with. And that is a quick move for her and Bubble back into Donut. Nice flank, Zaz.
Oh, covered.
Smoking a donut.
Almost all the damage you needed, but they still stand with 5. This is kind of an expensive round here for Imperial. Buying down for the MP9s. Kills like that should matter a lot, but it's an interesting spot here for Big. Like, they could actually. Let's see if they go A. It's kind of weird because they aren't leading off into donut or leading off into B.
Right. Ana could have backs turned to her in a second.
Yep.
Here's the utility. Gets QB down for the count. Tabson, though, going to try to clip the wings of the rotate. 23 cautious about this approach, but the flash is for spawn, and Tabson just does a good job of dodging the fight. Ana's going to be found out from the red room, but she will still hang on for the time being. Whittled down to 18 health. She's looking to get that AK out of here and save it. And that's going to be Big right back to winning ways. Again, they try to go for like the double MP9 bottom mid push, but 23 and Bubble have been effectively dismantled in mid so far in this map.
So close round. 2 alive on their 1 round, but the following buy is just really weak. So do they win that and then have to buy the 4 MP9s?
Yeah, because remember they all died. The 2 last players died after while they defused.
Right.
So
yeah, just way too expensive. See, around like that is where the FAMAS price change will actually have an impact. You could still get a reasonable buy after losing all your players if you win, which kind of makes sense. Like, you should be able to.
Ironically, the round before, 23 did buy a FAMAS at the full price and then had to play an MP9 after because the money wasn't there.
Yeah,
1 patch too soon. And obviously a tough one here. Good run boost to get Ana's solo AK up into lane. That timing will catch him off, but unable to capitalize with it. And so it's a quick pinch back in.
They are going to try to do this every round.
Yeah.
I just don't think Bubble's the guy right now.
It's a part of the identity of Imperial female.
If you're just filling, you don't have to change other people's spots, but maybe it calls for a different game plan. We'll see. Maybe it works. I mean, we saw that like wild card. They humbled Big 12-0 on their CT side.
Hell yeah.
And I think Big came into Ancient extremely confident about their game plan. So they probably have just put in so much extra work between then and now as well into figuring out how to deal with what wild card showed them were their flaws.
Not to mention just being confident in JDC's ability to play Ancient alone. The media day, he had said, like, I've been putting a lot of work on my individual play on Ancient. I'm going to reinvent how people play it. That's what he said. I mean, I think that's big words, right?
Yeah, and then you said Tabson called him the best mid player.
Best Ancient player.
Best Ancient player.
In the world.
I thought you said mid-Ancient, but...
Nope, just Ancient in general.
Okay.
And then he said that the day before they got 0-12.
Yeah.
So...
But don't stop being honest in interview, guys.
Oh, it's true. It's true. If you don't believe in yourself, how can anybody believe in you? And that is why Big are taking this rush into the A site, because they believe in their ability to get the best of Ana. And she will fall back with her 1 frag. Tabson, quick entry. Bubble trying to extend into the fight. Nobody else really ready to stop them. Ana unable to track the jump over. And that is a quick Big into the bomb site. Still so much utility to chuck down as well on the likes of Hyped. There goes his last smoke. That's a HUD bug. He's got a flash grenade. That's it. Crimbo gets traded. There's still legs here. Man advantage. But Hype's angle catching him off. Oh, Zaz tries to come through that smoke. QB on the backside puts fire on top of the bomb. And that's going to be it. He will finish off Ana and Big take a 7th.
Yeah, Molly does it. That Zaz catch was everything. And we have Big in pole position by some distance. The end of the size and the breadth of Tabson, who knows he could take it a little bit more easy now. He's trying to think of new ways to win.
Very few grenades at the start of the round, let alone what's left. You got a challenge coming for Bubble. Best equipped player for Imperial on this hold. They're going to disrespect that smoke. Tapson comes through. Instant headshot. 23 trying to get the better of Crimbo, but she will falter. And they've already got JDC here to clean up any attempt to get over to the site.
It's quiet death this round. They didn't really come up with something creative here. They played some pretty standard spots, which sometimes it's tough, especially when you're on a streak of losing, to come up with new ecos. You know, you got a few.
Nice.
Then you want to have a couple of players on your team that can pitch in, especially with those ideas. But I know that they're focused on this. We'll have the op again. She's having a much better map than we saw in Inferno yesterday. Lights out on Mirage versus Furia.
Nothing's going to be more stylish than the Cat 1v2 Infinite Inspect Deagle shot
Yeah.
we saw last week,
yeah.
but I do think Zaz's 1 versus 3 last night versus Furia, with the pressure that was in that moment,
That was a shocking position
that to me
win
is
the
kind of my
1v3.
favorite Imperial female moment of 2025 so far.
Really, it beats the Cat Deagle.
It was fun to watch Zaz pull that off after all her years of play.
True.
You know? But the Cat Deke did have swagger, and a little extra pep in their step as man advantage was held on to until Hyped and Tapson start to push through. But on a good reposition, catches Tapson off. And it's another 2v2. We've seen a lot of these. You know, this is the thing that kept Inferno looking so lopsided, is these 2v2s came down to Big just closing. Crimbo actually just gets off site.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think Anna's ever going to be
Look
ready
how
for that.
far he went.
Crimbo's going to come back. Zaz is back turned to him. Nice shot from Anna. She could jump on the bomb with the kit. She's going to try to stick that through and through. And Crimbo with the nade makes the spam all the easier. 8 rounds for a T-side under the big squad.
Well, they're getting players down again this game, but it's still like even in the close moments, Bigger in control to the final moments.
yeah.
Whereas like Inferno, Big definitely could have lost a lot of those rounds. It's a different story now. So pretty significant lead, and Crimbo plays it well. At first, it's like, how can he get this far away from the site? But with the nade in hand, makes perfect sense. And bomb planted on the side of the site.
He was confident. He was still in control. And unfortunately for Imperial, I think there's some pent-up frustrations from Big's failure versus Wildcard on this map being taken out on them at the moment.
Yeah.
They had to show improvements on the T side of Ancient after their first game in Katowice.
Otherwise, they'd run that
had
interview
to.
again.
Yeah. 12-0 the first half. That's how they started Kato. Hey, welcome to Katowice. Here is a whooping. 24 hours later, full control versus Imperial Valkyries.
How much damage do you think Big can do at this event? Is that like actual question?
I definitely expect them to get into stage 2.
Yeah.
And then in stage 2, I bet you all their series are 3 maps.
Okay. Some really brave predictions
Thanks,
coming out
man.
from Connor here.
You know me.
They're going to play so many rounds. Trust me.
They won't get 12-0 halved again.
You should get a Medal of Honor for your bravery.
Hey, man.
These predictions.
Execute into an A site that's got no defenders in it. It's all about this elbow flank, but the timing of the flank here from 23 is just a couple steps behind.
This is kind of good.
He's
23.
he's running through.
This.
He's giving the audio over. 23.
Oh, this is hard to figure out, isn't it?
Yeah,
for
she doesn't
23?
know which side.
Ah! Okay.
Yeah, she's got the back turn, but the problem is, this is like, it's taken all the steam out of the A main flank that also could have helped. Him coming back over just slows her down. No assistance on the bomb site while her teammates are falling in that direction. No distraction for her to capitalize on. Like, QB doesn't know it, but he has just saved his teammates, or else all of them are exposed to the A main flank.
Yeah, maybe something cool could have happened right there, but
Unlucky.
yeah, for now, just another big one round. Fake an A site, it's already hard to retake. Yeah. But with the pistols they had, forget about it.
these are the kills going down on site. More of Tabson and Hyped just doing what they've done all night long so far. Another gun round attempt for Imperial. Back to the mid attempt. Here comes Bubble.
All right. That's
Feeding himself. Too big.
His one kill doing that play.
That's that testosterone-fueled ego peaks.
Guys, I watched Donk.
I feel like after we spoke to Harry and Hugo after the game yesterday versus Furia, and they were kind of highlighting that he was doing that against Big as well.
Yeah.
Swinging with scouts sometimes and whatnot.
Play some rough moments on Barrage.
You know?
This one's more of a gameplay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know how that happened, but all right. Mid re-clear here for Imperial. It's not in a good time. It could be helpful, but they actually still don't know because they don't have the bottom of B cleared, whether or not it's an A play. So as they come up, we'll see. No pressure to stop them. They don't see anyone fighting them from long or back in CT off short. So, you know, so far Big have been really comfortable in swinging and guaranteeing that information. But you know what? For now, they stay in the site.
Big going to be scratching their heads as to the direction of the retake. Flash onto the ramp gets Crimbo off the original angle held. And Cat, nice jiggle into that scope. Dodges the offer. QB's dead. 1v3 attempt from Hype back site. They're going to clear him. And there we go. Imperial taking a second round. We had seen 2v2s, 3v3s, but finally a retake sticks. And they stick it as clean as can be. Triple frag for Zaz. She doubles her kills in one round. And we will go into the final round of regulation for the first half.
Yeah, so okay, mid re-clear actually matters there. Just allows them to come up on the retake, and the flash setup. Crimbo looks like he turned away from it early, but even allow him to get up to the top of Banana, knowing that he's opping, put him in a good spot. There's something. Round 12, final rifle. I'm just watching mid. And again, we know that Big are going to be extremely adamant about trying to take it. Yeah, it's another. It's been Bubble. I like we gotta evolve. You know. I mean, I didn't like that off the first death. Like,
What about the second?
25 minutes ago.
Third, fourth,
Yeah.
fifth?
He's got one kill doing that play. It was a Molly kill. And yeah, it's not getting any better at it. So. But, yo, he's confident.
He's confident, man. That's, he's a confident man. He's forcing the ladies to pick up the slack. Going for the timely re-aggression, and it nets them. An equalizing kill. Off on the elbow support. Look at this. It's all a ruse. It's all about bringing Big into them after killing Bubble. But over here on the B site, Hype finds an opening to put the bomb down. We've been talking about the 3v3s, the 2v2s. We go again. A final retake attempt where Imperial's hands will be forced. And as long as you've got Hyped up, he's holding this line. Anna trying to bait out a shot so she can peek in, but Hype's a bit of a monster tonight. 12-6 on the half, 10-2 again. Third time in the series we get that 10-2 scoreline. And showing marked improvement on their T side in contrast to the game versus Wildcard yesterday. They had to show us improvement. It was demanded of them on a map that they so often like to play. So we get it. 10 rounds T side versus Imperial Valkyries. And unfortunately for the ladies, 3 rounds away from getting eliminated here in Katowice Stage 1.
Yeah, it's another 2-round half, unfortunately. Again, upsides. We're looking at Anna, who's the #1 women's player of the year, having a much better game here. Had the good map versus Furia. That's something that just needs to be consistent. Of course, win condition. Clean shot out of Zaz.
JDC, not looking so clean, brother.
Yeah. That's his favorite spot.
Grimbo playing off Brokey. Little pinch out of A main at the same time. Trying to tippity-tap his way through this one. Quick redirection.
You know what? They still have full mid control, and this is where I think their mid rounds were really impressive when they played at Blast, where they knew how to kind of spread the map without overextending. But in this position, with Zaz going down, they still have the right to go B. It's still open, but it might be a little bit harder to guarantee the cross. They get in. Perfect flash.
Gets him out of cave. Bubble. Tapping out QB. 23 bends a bullet around long side, and this would be 3 out of the 4 pistol rounds of the series. You got to start strong to finish strong, they say. See if Tabson can rob this one back. He's been playing pretty well. And Bubble going to get himself a double kill in the 4th pistol of the series.
Bubble, man. I had that gum when I was a kid. It was 5 cents each.
Yep.
Rock hard.
Yes. Yeah, they
came with a little comic strip inside.
Never funny.
Not funny comics.
Ever funny.
And that's why nobody knows about them now. They didn't really take off, I don't think.
Boomer humor.
Boomer humor, double bubbles. You ever casted Bubble in his heyday?
Yeah, back in the ESCA Premier Mountain Dew League days, etc., etc.
Right.
Yep, back when I was putting my nose to the grindstone, Mohan.
Yeah, like Bubble is here today.
Yes, back in the day. Before you
grease.
found me and pulled me out of there.
I saved you just so you could meet him again.
QB, don't you be getting up into them Zeus shenanigans. Nay. Better than a knife attempt.
The ascending
Zeus
naze
in
is
cave.
crazy.
What's that?
The ascending naze is crazy.
Hey, man.
Oh.
I'm so happy we caught that in third person.
No. Yeah.
Hey there, room for 2?
Be a little late.
Good conversion.
And now, as we said, the first half, here's where the hard rounds begin. See about this T side, Imperial.
Oh.
No,
it's fine. I can go.
Whoa, Kat's got her mouse pad all the way, almost halfway off her desk. That's like the snacks pad. He's always done that.
Yeah, I hate when my
Snacks is
forearm rubs on the
even more.
edge of the table, so I need my mouse pad overhanging.
Yeah. Me too. But that's like over half of it. Snacks is he only gets 25% of his mouse pad on the table.
Crazy guy.
The rest is hanging off like a curtain. Guess you can wipe your Cheeto dust off your fingers on the bottom.
Smart man. It's all about the system. Cat makes it past the cave. Cat makes it
Scat
past.
man.
Cat makes it past the cave and looks to join up mid. JDC keeping Donut closed. Acts like a lid.
What is this, some kind of open mic slam poetry session?
Owned. QB. Fast one.
Yeah.
Catching that mid
That's a
lurk.
big find because it
Just
comes
turns
with a
everybody over
full
to B.
vision on mid and Crimbo's lurk. Oh, timed perfectly. You're big.
Yeah. Big starting the smothering process here in round 15. Hype just gonna hang on to the wall. He's got teammates to work on. QB in with the triple kill in the first gun round of Big CT side. And I think that all the decisions correctly made and perfectly timed.
Yeah, it's another moment in window where it's like if you don't die, then your team still has like a really good chance the B hit, the A hit, whatever it is, it's going to be later. But obviously, as you can see with Crimbo's A flank, they're coming into mid almost knowing, they're like 40% sure it's just about to be a B play soon. So Big's timing trumps everything. And yeah, they've been stopping the lurks on middle. The upside for Imperial is they can win it. And this is a high point of contention in the first half. But step one's getting mid control, but you can't plant there. It's just going to be key to your later game plan. And in the mid round, Big are starting to shine.
This bottom mid control uncontested. And that's going to afford JDC the jump up. And I mean, JDC, one of the gods of running down middle in the past. We've seen evolution in this position lately. Cat trying to pounce into the B site. That's going to call Tabson into the action. Hype's already on the rotate. Big looking to keep it clean, but Bubble's pistol finds Tabson, and that bomb's going to...
Oh, it's so close.
It will be planted. JDC almost killing the bomb plant before, but as he swaps out to the USP, it's Bubble with a health advantage. And a fresh magazine for that M4. JDC can take his time working with the kit. Bubble makes a set. Locked in behind the obelisk, JDC. He knows he's back there, surely.
Oh, JDC's kind of waiting.
Oh,
great
nice
move.
wide swing. And Bubble's going to get a clutch queued up. Imperial female have improved the scoreline of the series. It is 11-5, at least this time around.
So they played the game of mid control in the beginning. I mean, this round's actually not closed without JDC's frags, obviously. It's just all posturing with throwing nades into elbow, making it seem like they're going to push through the smoke and make that play. And they're happy to do that. The entire idea was a very simple tactic, rushing towards B. It looks like they're copying and pasting, Connor.
Try to run it back. JDC this time going to extend a little further. Teammate opening up that cave smoke. Great wallbang damage comes out from Tabson, but still they find the entry. Despite the perimeter being held onto, they get into that bomb site.
Well, Molly's great. Stops any kind of spam, and they maybe get control of it. No, JDC stops that peak.
He's trying to be the hero of this one, huh? Bubble going back into cave for second servings. Man advantage Big. And his Cat's drawn back from long. That utility's still just slowing down the cave retake, but she peeks into a duel and loses. JDC absolutely thriving on this bomb site as he hits the headshot, gets revenge on Bubble, and puts Big Clan on a comfortable 12-5 lead, map 2.
That's exactly where they want to find themselves. And again, it's the exact same play, movement for movement as we saw previously. And they even get the B entry. They just take a little bit more damage in the setup portion, which is like that first 10 seconds where they're outside. The spams are coming through from Big. And I think Big know immediately what's going to happen. But with that kill on the B side, that definitely makes the round possible. However, the retake's real solid here. Yeah, John DeCastro.
Nice delete. And unfortunately for Imperial,
Elimination round here.
yeah, this round could end in a whimper with Tech-9s across the board. This consistency that will be JDC applying pressure on lane.
Hey, they got themselves an open A site. They've kind of done this 3 times now and got Big to participate in middle while taking B. This is the same thing, just dressed up a little bit differently, but look at the rotations.
Yeah, it's the thing with all that free real estate, right? Big are going to remain fluid, instantly trying to move Hyped onto the line, and he gets in front of the A main peaks. Doesn't find the first shot. Plenty of targets, too many targets. Crimbo's going to feast with the triple kill, bubble double, Tech-9. And is that a chance to leave? Bomb into Donut, flank behind. Hype goes hunting. Bubble tucks into the cover. And unfortunately, that's the end of him. It is going to be Cat in a clutch 1 versus 3. Open sprint to the B bomb site. Tournament life on her shoulders.
Cat's always good for a clutch.
Smoke down on short, CT in front of it, and QB's gonna end the hopes of Imperial here in Katowice. Close first map versus Furia is really only the competition they're able to put forth in stage 1 at the LAN. It is Sayonara Imperials, and congratulations big, showing a marked improvement specifically on Ancient after getting trounced